Hi, everybody. This is Kelsey calling. This is Kelsey signing in from Chicago, Illinois. Today is July 13th, 2017. Excuse me for 1 second. Just had to get my notes, and this is my third take. I keep doing something to the camera and knocking it over. But again, my name is Kelsey Wicks from Chicago, Illinois. I have been working with the Black Male Unification, Black Community Unification endeavor and project for this is going on my third year. Okay. And started in the spring of 2014. I've traveled to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Gary, Indiana, Louisville, Kentucky. Not Louisville. I was intending to go there, but I didn't make it that far. Indianapolis, Atlanta, Memphis, New Orleans. Those are the places I've been so far. But anyway, this past holiday weekend, July 4th, 2017, I passed through Atlanta en route to talk to people in Atlanta about this endeavor, the changing the character of the black community by way of united black male group leadership, and that's the key, group leadership. And so I'm just going to share some things with you. You know, if you work on cars all the time, or if you have a hobby, if you fish, if you do that enough and you focus with it, you learn things about your hobby or about your craft or something else, whatever you do all the time, that somebody who does not share in that hobby or craft or work that you do may not have that same type of insight. And so because I've done this, I've stumbled across something what I think is the missing link in terms of why we haven't been able to unify the black community like we wanted to. That is totally and cohesively, okay? And the first thing that we have to do is we have to unite all black males, as many as we can get, okay, into a group leadership. That is the thing, group. Place upon us all leadership roles in the community and in our homes, okay? And it doesn't really have to be that much. The leadership role for some people may simply be the purchase of the products that we're going to be offering through this endeavor so that we can fund the objectives and activities that we need to do. And that I'll be talking about that a little bit more. And so what we need to do, I think that's been the missing link, is we have to have all black males together taking a lead in our communities, and then everyone else will have to follow. That is to say, our women and children. I really don't think there are any options. And the black women that I've been talking to in Chicago and especially in New Orleans and Atlanta recently are just ecstatic. They're like, yeah, we've been waiting for you all to do this for a long time. So we want to take the lead clearly, indisputably, and in the view of all, take the lead in our community, okay? As a group. Now, that is not to say that we're going to oust spokespersons for our community. No, we're not trying to do that, okay? But we're just talking about everybody having a leadership role, placing that responsibility of leadership on the shoulders of black males in our communities, okay? Now, I'm going to give to you reasons why I think now is the time. Of course, we probably know now is the time anyway. We have a lot of murders going on across the country in the black community, particularly in Chicago and other cities at different times recently. And you have the violence, you have the incarceration recidivism rates, you have the single homes headed by single parent black women, absentee fathers, you have unemployment. And so you have all of these issues and mental instability. The communities that I've traveled to in around the country, the huge urban areas, you have brothers walking around talking to themselves and, living the homeless, and a lot of times that sense of insecurity and so forth sets in, and it's just a bad situation. And I know you've probably seen it too if you live around large urban areas. But in Chicago, I see it all the time. And so right now, the reason why I want to just suggest to you, we have the numbers now. We have a lot of black men in America. We have numbers, and we're going to need the numbers in order to move this agenda, in order to move this endeavor. We need the numbers, as many as we can get. The necessary unity is B. We have a lot of black men who are willing, from what I've talked to, black men who are willing to partake in this movement. C, we have a method of sustained fundraising to pursue our objectives. And I want to talk about that for a second. You see this shirt that I'm wearing? I just got it today from the store. It's a polo shirt. It has the words big, bold, and broad lead, indicating to us, to reinforcing the notion that we need to always have in the presence of mind for black men to lead. So when we walk and we see one another wearing our apparel and the word lead, and also we have the life cycle logo, which is the image of a fetus here. This little rise right here, that's a fetus. That's the stomach of a woman, and also the fetus, and then it wraps around, and then that's the picture of, that's the image of a woman's head, and she's bowing over, looking at her fetus. That symbolizes the respect for life, the sanctity of life that is present in the black community. These people out here who are, killing, handling these guns in our community and so forth. We don't know who those characters are. You're not a part of us, that's for sure. But do right and come along with us, so you stay out there and you get in trouble, and then you're gonna be out there on your own. Okay, but in terms of what you have to go through, so forth. But of course, Jesus is always going to be with you. I'm not saying that, but try to do the right thing. We're trying to get the community together, and we need everybody to do their part. And we can't have troublemakers out there handling guns and shooting people. Okay, so we have the numbers. A, number 2. B, we have the necessary unity, I believe. 3, we have a method of sustained fundraising to pursue our objectives. That's where I am now. And so we have, the concept is have everybody a little bit from many, not $1 billion from a few. So everybody just buy the products. We have this. I'm going to take this shirt off right quick and show you a t-shirt. There's also, I got a t-shirt today, so I've got the polo shirt on. I'm going to remove this right quick. And this is a t-shirt with the same logo, the same lead, reinforcing our objectives and mission. And I'm casual today. I got on shorts, no socks. I'm out in the backyard, gym shoes. And so we want to have leisurely and casual apparel that we can sell. Also, I have a cap, a sports cap. It has the word lead on it. You can see the, we'll sell a lot of those. The logo on it, okay? And whatever I don't have a chance to tell you right now, okay, can be viewed on the website we-grow.net, we-grow.net, and I'm talking about all of this stuff on there, okay? And so we're at D. D, we have methods of fundraising. D, the allowance of all black organizations and persons to remain autonomous and independent in order to continue to pursue their own vision. So you can still go to your same church. You can still belong to the same organization. You can keep everything the same, except for we're going to come under the auspices of one unified organization, one under one umbrella. Okay, and you can still do the same thing. We're not going to inhibit anybody. The 100 Black Men, which have chapters all over the United States, other organizations, NAACP, everybody just do what you continue to do. But we have to unify this way, okay? And E, so we have the allowance for, we are making room for independence, okay? And then E is a plan to create and sustain a method of, or a way, a vehicle to bury the indigent and poor people among us, black people among us. They're deserving of a decent funeral too. We have the wherewithal. All we have to do is just use our heads wisely, and we can do this, okay? So we have to invest together. As a matter of fact, think group on this. Everything that we do now is group. We pray together. When the time comes, we mourn together. When the time comes, we invest together. Everything, a little bit of time, everything is done as a group, okay? A group perspective now. Changing the character of the black community, the very essence of it, what makes it up, its makeup, okay? That's the character. And so we're going to use money from the sales of our caps, our sports caps, our skull caps. Maybe we can get into making jeans one day, blue jeans. Why not? We got the money. A little bit from many, not a lot from a few. Okay, if somebody who's wealthy wants to give us a lot, we'll take it, you know. And also, we're going to make this, nobody's going to be doing any stealing. All incoming revenues and outgoing expenditures are going to be posted on this Endeavor website, okay? So you'll know, because we know that allegations about theft and fraud can derail this project overnight, and we know that. Give us a chance. If you hear something like that, give us a chance to respond, because it may be somebody who don't want us to succeed. You know how that goes. That wouldn't be the first time that that's happened, okay? And so we're going to take portions of our reserve. We're going to take portions of our revenues from the sale of our products. Also, what other products we have? I have a book that I was going to devote to a project similar to this before this concept is only a month old. So 3 months ago, I finished the book. And so what I'm going to do now is add this information now, changing the character of the black community by way of United Black Male Group Leadership. I'm going to add that into the book. It's not published yet, okay? I have had a book before that I got a publishing agreement on out of a publishing company out of New York. So this stuff is not new to me, but we want to take revenues and help bury our dead, and also we want to use the same revenues, the revenues that are going to be coming in, our film. If you go to that website, we-grow.net, I made a very rudimentary film called Deliverance One, okay? And I've always said there's going to be another film coming behind it, and it is. And there's going to be another book coming behind the first book, and we'll work behind the book that I'm talking about now. So we're going to have ways of sustaining and keeping revenues going. But we're going to hopefully make a film about changing the character of the black community. And we want to take a part of those revenues also and create a burial-only black insurance company. We don't want to offer cash value and all of the other products that go along with life insurance and all of that. No, just a simple, straightforward product that says that if one of your loved ones dies, somebody that you're concerned about, who's out there right now, and I see black men out there all the time, and I wonder if something happens to them when they have a proper burial. We can go ahead and bury that person, get your premium, and we can bury that person for you. And we're going to create an insurance company that just sells burial-only insurance. That's it. Simple, straight, no chaser, burial insurance. And we're going to take the reserves from those, because insurance companies typically invest the reserves that they have. We want to invest some of those reserves in the black community, if not all, as much as we can. Okay, and I've contacted the National Funeral Directors and Morticians Association, and I've indicated to them that we wanted to do that. We wanted to unite the black community, and then we want to use the services of black funeral homes, and I've indicated that as much to the National Funeral Directors Association and Morticians Association. So this is very important stuff that we're talking about. And so we want to assist in providing, and also we can also assist in providing some measure of dignity and self-respect even to homeless men, black men, okay? Just by belonging with us. Just become a part of us. You are a part of us, we are a part of you. They can inherit, automatically assume some degree and some measure of self-respect and dignity, okay? So we're talking about serious stuff here. I am also the author of C-228, the Constitution that was drafted for African Americans, in Chicago in July. I've spoken about this on Open Mic Talk Radio here in Chicago. I've addressed at least one forum in Chicago, and I've called probably over 30 local black-owned community newspapers across the country, informing them about C-228. So we have a lot of stuff to do. So I think I've covered everything. I've shown you some of the apparel, the polo shirt with and the T-shirt and the sports cap with the word lead, which reinforces the notion of what we need to do, and also the Life Cycle logo image. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff working for them. We have a book that's almost complete. We have a film. I need your input. Always send me suggestions. My email is on that website, we-grow.net, we-grow.net. It's all on there, and you can send me your viewpoints, because I need content for the book. I need viewpoints. I need information. I need stories. I need all of those things. Okay, and then we hopefully, when we start, we want to tour. So I'm going to, you go to that website and stay in touch with it, because pretty soon, I think by tomorrow, I'm going to try to set up a GoFundMe site where we can start donating in, because I want to tour. I want to go to Indianapolis. I want to go to various parts of the countries, in black communities, and let them know about this. Okay, once they have the information and the website, then they can go to it. I want to see if we can get law enforcement personnel here in Chicago. I was talking to a sergeant here in the Chicago area who now he doesn't know about this yet, but he will, because I have to call him. But the other project I was telling him about, he was very helpful. So we're going to be hopefully talking to law enforcement personnel in different cities across in Cleveland and Cincinnati and other cities across the nation where you have black communities, and also the church community, to let them know about this. And oh, by the way, I have no problem at all. The pastors should be interested in this. I have no problem at all recruiting brothers to the Lord. I tell them, hey, this is what we're doing. This is a spiritual, moral, and peace movement. We love everybody. We're in the black community working, trying to enhance the quality of black people, and I'm talking to black people primarily, about this endeavor. But we love everybody. When we go to church, or wherever we go to church, anybody's welcome. Okay? So no, we ain't up with no separatist stuff. It ain't about that. The kingdom of heaven is not separatist. Okay? So you're gonna see some of everybody there. But that's about all I can think of right now. I think I've covered everything. Please give me a call at any time. 708 area code 890-3007, and it looks like this is about 17 minutes. That's about the amount of time that I wanted to put into it. I don't want it to go longer than that. Also, please view the deliverance film. When you go to we-grow.net, it's got its own section. You can view C-228, the document for African Americans, where I make a case for why African Americans should have a constitution. And not only African Americans, but any race of people in this country, if they're should have a right to constitution, their own constitution, not trying to take over the United States Constitution. That doesn't have anything. It's a to-do list that can enhance the quality of life for your specific group of ethnic and racial people in your area, in African American community. It's a to-do list, things that we ought to do. One of the articles, for example, is the creation of a endeavor like this that should always stay unity. Unity endeavor in the black community. We should always have one, okay? At all times. I made that an article in our Constitution, okay? So without more, I think I'm going to let you go. We're going to be concerned about health. Make sure you stay healthy, and so forth. So I hope God blesses everybody out there. God bless your home. I'm going to sign out. Stay in touch with the website, because that's where the information is going to go. And then, as I said, we're going to put up the GoFundMe information on there, so that if you want to donate something, we can take that money on tour. And we're going to report on the website all incoming revenues and all expenditures. I'll document that for you. That's my word. I got better things to do than to be messing around with somebody's money trying to go to prison or something, okay? All right. God bless you. Bye-bye.